This was me at my heaviest, unhappy with my weight and how my body looked. And here's me about a year later and 20 pounds lighter, loving my body and feeling good in it. All without giving up my favorite foods or my sanity. I'll tell you all about how I lost 20 pounds in 1 year and kept it off. But first, we need to know how it all began. I gained a significant amount of weight during college. My freshman 15 wasn't just 15 pounds. I treated the dining hall like it was an all-you-can-eat buffet. I was stressed from school, constantly on the go, and ate out a lot. I turned to foods to cope and feel better, then feel worse about my weight. The cycle was brutal. I'd lose some weight, only to gain it all back and more. It was at one point when I was looking back at photos and hardly recognized myself. What is it that I have gotten wrong about weight loss? Weight loss has so much to do with your relationship and view of your body and food. For years, my insecurity about my appearance drove me into a cycle where I was so focused on changing how I looked that I didn't care much about how I treated my body. I wasn't paying attention to how much I was eating or how the food made me feel. Most of the time, I was just shoveling it into my mouth while rushing to class, cramming for exams, or even just numbing how I was feeling. Most of us eat too fast, grabbing whatever is convenient instead of nourishing. We rush through meals, barely noticing when we're full because we're too distracted or stressed. And we expect the weight to fall off overnight, only to get frustrated and give up when it doesn't. The key is to slow down. Sustainable weight loss is the opposite of hurry. It's about learning to love your body, not hate it into change. I lost 20 pounds when I started to slow down, appreciate, and listen to my body. And that happened when life left me no choice but to pause. When the whole world was affected by the global pandemic, locked up at home to learn how to cook on my own and forego eating out. I had time to pause and eat without distractions and pay attention to how I felt. That's when I realized that I didn't need to overeat to feel satisfied. Eat slowly because it takes your body around 20 minutes to signal to your brain when you're full. I had gotten a shoulder injury early 2021 and it forced me to slow down even further. That injury made me realize just how much I'd taken my body for granted. Its ability to move, breathe, carry me through every day. I'd spent so long criticizing how it looked that I forgot how amazing it is just to have this body that will be with me for the rest of my life. Things started to shift for me. Weight loss wasn't the goal. It was a byproduct of treating my body right, and that came from appreciating and listening to my body. Think about it. When you appreciate and love your partner or a good friend, you naturally build a healthy relationship with them. You listen to them, care for them, and want the best for them. Your body deserves the same. When you appreciate and love your body, you build a healthy relationship by listening, respecting limits, and making choices that support your well-being. When I hated how I looked, I didn't have many photos of myself. But now I have a lot because I'm more confident in my body than I ever was, and that confidence started even before that weight came off. Between 2020 and 2021, I lost those 20 pounds and have been happy at my weight since. Of course, my weight still fluctuates depending on what I eat, water retention, or bloating. I may even gain a bit as I grow older, but the number isn't even what matters to me now. It's how I feel on a given day and how I can best take care of my body. How I take care of my body is with whole, nourishing foods 80% of the time. Some of my favorites being bananas, blueberries, avocados, sweet potatoes, and leaving 20% for pure enjoyment, whether that's boba, ramen, Cheetos, or ice cream. This is the sort of balance that works well for my body. I never felt restricted because I could still eat the foods I love and they became something I truly looked forward to having. Find a form of movement you enjoy. After my shoulder injury in 2021, I couldn't do strenuous workouts, so I'd take 2 to 3 walks a day as my source of movement. Walking is a great, underrated way to move throughout the day. In 2023, I started a regular gym routine, doing about 40 minutes on the elliptical while watching YouTube videos that make the time fly by. I also add around 20 minutes of strength training, and the key is finding something you can see yourself doing regularly. It makes all the difference in staying active and consistent. I've been healing physically and emotionally, and part of that is making sleep a priority because I realized how vital it is for my body. I used to get just 4 hours of sleep during high school and college, and that's when I gained weight. Now I aim for 9 hours of sleep, and it's helped with everything from appetite control to energy. Sleep is truly healing, and it's made a huge difference in my overall well-being. Looking back, I used to ask myself what I was getting wrong about weight loss. The truth is, what I was getting wrong wasn't about the weight itself. It was from having an unhealthy mindset around food and about my body. The weight came off naturally when I stopped fixating on the number and instead focused on taking care of my body. So in the end, my journey wasn't just about losing weight. It was about building habits, finding balance, and appreciating what my body does for me every day. For me, each year has been a journey of learning and growing in how to best care for my body and health. So I'd like to ask you, starting today, what can you do to take care of your body?